Hey everyone, it's Sensei Victoria Whitfield here, your journey partner in business, welcoming you back to episode 142 of the Journeypreneur podcast. This is your source for channeled holistic stress management techniques, guidance, inspiration, and motivation to stay on your path to rapid financial ascension and massive impact as a conscious entrepreneur. So in today's podcast episode, I get the honor of sharing someone with you who has changed my life. So Patrick Lerouge is an incredible mindset coach, an incredible healer, an incredible thought leader. He has changed my life. He liberated me from TMJ syndrome and actually opened me up to my own healing power in the first place. And Patrick is up to some big stuff around getting you to get shift done fast. And I want to get to share his story with you today. Welcome to the podcast, brother.
Thank you so very much, Victoria. Thank you so much for having me, as well as let me play in your journey. Let me have your fun with you. So thank you so very much.
Oh, it's my pleasure, truly. And so here's the thing. This may be the very first time that somebody is getting to hear about you or meet you or learn your story, learn about what your expertise is. So, bro, tell them what it is that you do in your own words, but especially what are the three things that you're known for? Could you tell us?
Well, I'm all about getting things done with energy to spare. So doing less and getting more. But in order to do that, I help people with three things. One, I get them feeling really comfortable in their skin. Truly, physically, mentally, emotionally, get them really comfortable in their skin. And by doing that, they become naturally confident. No more is the need to peacock or need to fake it till you make it type of thing. You become confident as a businesswoman as well as a parent. I work mainly with moms, so they control the whole house, whether guys say they like it or not. I need a confident mom as a businesswoman, as well as a confident mom as a parent. And because you do that, and because you're comfortable in your skin, you become hyper productive. You truly reach your highest capacity. So it's all about getting a person to feel comfortable in the skin, getting them uber confident and naturally productive.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. This is so true and like so powerful, especially for women to have a really awesome, like conscious man behind them, helping them to unleash that power. And I know that for you, like I'm familiar with your story, brother. I know where you've come from, but I'm curious on behalf of my listeners, right? What inspired you to get into this in the first place? Did something happen? Like, tell us the story of what set you on this pace to opening up for confidence, hyperproductivity, right, and taking things to the next level. Like, where'd this come from?
Like every story that starts off, it's freaking horrible. Like every story, right? So I was a child growing up with glasses, the Coke bottle glasses. I was teased all the time. I remember the instance that burned on never take off your glasses in your life, and you're going to be horrible if you do, was the moment where I had my glasses on top of my head like we always do. And I lost them. I forgot they were on my head. And I have three brothers, that they laughed at me for literally an hour as I was searching around my house, to the point of tears, stopped laughing at me. And it burned in my head that I could never lose my glasses, so I have an attachment to my glasses. As I was going through massage, being a massage therapist, just starting out, being the basketball player, I dislocated carpals, and I was doing work, and every time I did a massage, I would hurt something. I would never ever be able to work for very long, because I would do one session and be out for days, right? It sucked. So I was on my last ditch effort. I met my energetic coach in a 1 weekend seminar, and he taught me and he showed me that I can do magical things. My body can do all sorts of things. And when he asked me, what do you want? What do you want? I said the traditional seminar answer. I want more money, and I want to do things easier. And he was like, what else do you want? Because that's not it. And then I just threw out the answer. I would love for my eyes to heal, because I just wanted them off my back. And in one day, I went from being able to not see, like literally in front of my, like this close, I wouldn't be able to see my fingerprints on my hands, to being able to see. And I have this burnt into my head. I was in Vegas. I'm a percher. I was able to see the whole Newer Strip and the mountains. I was able to see everything in one night. But because it came to me so easily and because it was given to me, within 6 months, it was gone. I was back to being legally blind, and it fucking sucked. Sorry for cursing, but it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible to curse people out and say, you see and you take it for granted for me in 6 months to do the same exact thing because it was just given to me. So the next decade plus, I worked on getting comfortable with my skin, getting confident, and being productive. Doing all those gave me my process now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This reminds me of a quote that I keep coming to over and over and over again from one of my favorite books, Iron John, where Robert Bly, he quotes his mentor saying, "Every wound is a womb." Mm-hmm. Every wound is a womb. So I know for me, like my own wounds are what initiated me on the path of being a healer. If I didn't get hurt, I wouldn't get curious about healing. So like I identify very deeply with your story, Pat. Like that's, I feel amongst most women is a common thread of not until we're knocked on our butt are we paying attention. Yeah. And
that's true.
Totally, right? And so with that in mind, there are a lot of entrepreneurs listening in on this podcast who are women, right? I serve men and women, but especially for our sisters in business who may be on that journey, trying their best, take care of their kids, to serve their clients with love and authenticity, but they're struggling. Within the first 1 to 5 years, 90% of businesses fail. And there's a point that we all come to where on our journey, that dark night of the soul, where you have the invitation from the shadow to throw in the towel, give up on your dream, just stop, go to a regular doctor. What are you doing with this energy crap, right? Or with all of the shadows of doubt starts creeping up. And so on behalf of our sisters and our brothers who are listening in on this, who may be struggling to not throw in their towel on their dream, like, what would you say? Have you ever had that experience where you took a hit or something would have invited you to stop, but you didn't? Like, what did you tell yourself? What did you do?
I've been in this game for 20 years now, and I've had countless times of start to stop, fall on your face. And it reminds me of a quote that I got from Batman. Batman falls, and the butler comes over. He's like, "Why do we fall, Mr. Wayne? To learn to get back up." Now, I say that a lot to a lot of people, and they don't really understand the getting back up part. In my journey, every single time I have fallen, it's because I learned something and I tried to do something in their way. And then I had to fall to realize that's not my move. That's not my mojo. That's not me. So when you fall, take it as like, all right, I finally learned the lesson that that's not the right way. And then you make it your own. You get back up and find out how to mesh what you just learned with who you are. And then you run 10 times faster. You do things in a such more an efficient way that things don't even look the same for you. The fast world moves slow, but you have to fall first in that way. And it doesn't always have to be a catastrophic fall. Like the biggest one that I had is when you were playing along with me. I call it my $40,000 mistake, because it took me $40,000 to realize that it wasn't right for me. I was trying to build a big construct where there was therapists, there was different levels of programs, and that was the thing. And then I realized it wasn't for me, because I didn't want to do all the admin work. I didn't want to be that. I want to be in it with the person and walk side by side with them and get them to become more. But I can't offset a person. I can't see a person as levels. They work through that. And because I did that, it took me 4 years to lose $40,000, put it down and say, that wasn't for me, right? But then I got back up and I was just like, let's do this. And now I'm even better. I'm even better in many different ways, but it takes you learning how to take a hit get back up. So it's always about you learn, you better yourself, you learn, you better yourself. And then when you fall, it's because you stretched. And when you stretch, that's when the improvement happens. Because you only improve dramatically when you're vulnerable. But in order for you to be vulnerable, you have to feel safe, which means you have to do something so often that you can now stretch a little bit so you can be that vulnerable. But you're going to fall, and it's okay, because now you know what you've learned, you push to its limit. And the only way past that is by meshing in you with that. And then it becomes so much simpler. So that, in long form answer, that's what I think. Hopefully people just get back up and realize that it's a good thing. Let's just stay with it. Be safe, though. You have to make it safe.
Totally. Totally. And thank you for quoting Alfred. Rock on.
that was a big moment when I was just like, oh man, because I tell a lot of my clients, a lot of the reasons why they pay me is because I've made so many mistakes that you no longer have to. Like I've done so many mistakes. And that was one of the things I was like, why am I always messing up while I'm on the floor? Man, this sucks. Why do I keep on doing it? And that's the thing that keeps on running in my head. Why do you fall, Patrick? Get back up. So one of the things that a lot of clients at first say they dislike about me is when I tell them, you're going to fall, you're going to make mistakes, and I will not pick you up. I will get on my knee next to you and guide you how to get up. And they say, I fucking hate it, but you're so right, because then I grow so much faster, and then I don't need you. And that's the greatest part about me is graduations, where I see you grow and you leave. It's sweet, it's bittersweet, and that's something I'm very good at. But I went on a tangent, sorry.
Oh, I refuse your apology and I demand a refund in hugs. I'll take a rain check, but like I demand that refund.
I give out hugs, girl. I know where you live.
I know where you live. Yeah, all of you. So good. So this, I know that there are people listening in right now who are vibing with your awesome, radiant personality, first of all. Like,
it is big, isn't it?
A ray of light. Yes. Which is like, if I'm going to fall and if I'm going to screw up, I'd rather have someone who's radiant than someone who's like, yeah, you got to run, get out of my face.
You got to feel.
Yeah. And so with that, like for those who are listening in who are like, this guy's awesome, like whatever he's doing, I want to go and support my tribe. We're all about celebrating. So bro, where are we going online to get to celebrate you, to support you, to send people your way? Like, I believe in supporting people who are doing good things in the world, because when more good people make good money, more good happens in the world. Like that is,
I agree with that.
something I believe. So where are we going? Where are we going?
All right. So this is the thing. This pandemic that we're in is a blessing in disguise. I had to pivot, I had to move, I had to do things, and I had to look at myself and see what I can do that's now going to change, because there's never the old normal is not coming back, a new one is coming. And I had to be getting in it. You always have to be adaptable. So I had to look at everything I was doing in the last 20 years, distill it down even more to make it even simpler, because now more than ever, we need a simpler path to get in touch with ourselves, to feel comfortable in our skin, to become confident without us peacocking, pushing, efforting, and literally start getting all the shit that we need to get done so we don't have to take as many needs. So what I did was I wrote a book.
Yay!
This book is called Getting a Simple Path to Getting Everything Done. It is in Amazon right now. I would love the support, and it's a really simple, easy read. It's called an airplane read. It's 110 pages. It's all about a simple path to get you connected to who you are. It gets you realizing that productivity is not something that you have to think about all these tech, all these hacks, but it's all about how you feel within yourself. And it's just a simple guide to do so. Get you to a place where you're doing it every single day. Like you are literally doing it every day, because it is a simple path to get everything done. It's all about getting you to tap into yourself and realize without that, I can give you all the productivity tools in the world, calendars, planners, But if you're not in yourself, you're not with yourself, you're not grounded, you're not in it, you're not going to ever produce the way that you can, or it's still going to be effort. So I would love for you to support me, actually give it to yourself, because this is something that you honestly need. And it's really simple, because it's called The Simple Path to Getting Everything Done. So look it up on Amazon. I would love for you to be there. And I would also love to say, if you screenshot it and tag me in it, I will actually give you a gift on the back burner. So that is something I will do. If you screenshot it, tag me in it, and show me that you bought it, I would love to repay and give something back to you by saying thank you with a free gift. Okay? So I would love for you to do that.
Love it. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. So The Simple Path to Getting Everything Done on Amazon. We're going there. We're going to celebrate. Leave your reviews, right?
Oh, yes, please.
Absolutely.
Like, even if you really really want to just leave it, just read something quickly in it, because it is a quick, easy read. I have recaps at every chapter. Read it and see if it gives you value. But then please give me a review, because that's how I'm going to learn. That's how I've always gotten better, is by what people tell me. And if I don't know what you're going through, I'll never be able to adjust, because everything is an evolution. Everything grows, but we only grow by us seeing where we stand and what we've done and what we've given. So please give me something back so I can adjust it, so I can work with it, because this is a living document, because this is my 20 years. This is something that I have done all my life. And I would love to know how it helped you.
Love it. So good. And I'm so excited for you. Congratulations on your new book, Patrick. It's awesome.
Thank you. Help me get the bestseller. That's what I'm looking for. Help me get the bestseller.
Game on. And so it is. Yes.
So it is.
So it is. So I'm sending you a big digital hug. Thank you so much for being on the podcast today. It's been an honor to get to share you and your story and your energy with my people. Thanks for coming, Pat.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And so let's turn this over to the listeners. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and dropping by the Journeypreneur podcast. Your support is something that gives me the strength to continue on my journey, sharing all of my awesome friends and fam like Patrick and their stories, as well as any tips and trips that are coming up on my own path to rapid financial ascension, massive impact. By the way, if this is your first time tuning in to the Journeypreneur podcast, welcome. Don't be shy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on iTunes so that you get the notifications first on every new episode. And while you're there, leave a 5-star review, because it's the only place where you can leave comments. This is episode 142. Tell me, what was the one thing that Patrick said that touched your heart and really opened you up to stay on your path as a conscious entrepreneur? I want to hear it. And thanks to all of you who've left those 5-star reviews. I receive it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love. And with that, we're going to bring this podcast episode to a close with the same thing I say every time, please. Remember to enjoy the journey. Do not lose your glow as you grow in life and business. And we'll see you in the next podcast episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.